Hey you guys, I'm looking at the Roll20 system thing, and I think I've figured out just about all that I need to figure out for now without actually like testing it with you guys or with like just somebody. Like I need somebody to like be testing it and stuff with another computer. But I think I got most of it down. We're gonna start off here just by like, well, first we have the chat here, and you can just like say whatever, and then there's also this dice roll over here, this one, and it lets you roll whatever dice you want. Or in chat, you can just do /R and say like 1d6, and that'll roll it for you too. It takes up a lot of room, kind of like that. I'm not sure what it looks like with this. Like, let's see, 1d20 takes up the same amount of room. But there's ways to do it with like the macros, which are these. Yeah. And like it's really in depth with stuff like this. It just makes it easier, and I don't think we really need to do anything with them right now. We can definitely come back to it later because it's essentially like making a game. And like but I think we can really just do I accidentally showed the player link. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna delete this campaign. It's just for testing. That's why there's already stuff in the chat and stuff. But for now, I'm just gonna show you guys stuff I've like picked up about it, and I think it's enough to start. So let's get into it. Right here is the art library, and like, I mean, it's just a few pictures that I got. But this is where you can just draw, like just freehand draw, and like there's a river and some trees and stuff like that, you know? And I'm not like really good or really trying, but yeah, we can do it like that just for like simplicity, and then there's like draw shape and text and all that. We're gonna go to maps and background, and we're just gonna search up, I don't know, forest, and we're gonna lay down some sort of foresty thing. These ones, the premium assets, you have to pay for. Like you just pay for it once, I believe, and you get all the premium assets. But I don't think that's really necessary. So we'll just do this one, and we'll bring it up. Oh, what am I dragging? What's that big purple thing? Oh, I've never seen this happen before. I think I'm dragging everything. Yeah, okay. Alright, it's fine. Why is this happening? Okay. So, let's say it's just a little bigger. And we can just play like that. Really. And then, I don't know. Let's say a dragon. And that's fine on the free assets. From the web is like stuff that it finds on the internet that matches the search. But I think it's totally fine just how it is, and we can like flip it and stuff like that, make it fit a little better. If it doesn't fit quite, because it aligns to this grid, there's a way to get rid of it, but I don't think it's that important. See, if it fits like that, that looks fine. You just drag it right there on the log. The only problem is I did just actually put this on the map and backgrounds, and we need it on objects and tokens. So you'll right click, layer, and it should be on the token layer. So it'll be transparent because right now we're on the maps layer. So we'll go to objects and tokens because really this is all we need for the map. So objects and token, bam, right there, a dragon. And then we'll make a super quick character just to see how it goes. This is the journal. See, it says right there. Right now I'm in the game master mode, and once we make one, we can all be game masters for just while we're setting everything up. And when if we take turns DMing, we'll just like, you have access to it and you can make whatever you want, and people will just make a solemn oath to not peek on it. But we'll just add a character. We'll call him Wolfie. We won't add an avatar. We won't have a token for now. This lets you see who can see it. This is a Smurf account that I have because I wanted to test stuff. But we'll just leave them both on all players right now, or just on none, and that'll be the DM can see it. Tags, not really important. It's just so, I don't know, just tags. Bio and info, not really going to put anything into it right now. The GM notes are only visible to the GM, obviously, right there. So you can put stuff like something that the player is not supposed to know. Like if you're making a character for them, or if you can make like a page, like a character sheet for the dragon if we wanted to, but I don't think it's really necessary. And we'll just save changes. Bio and info, we didn't put anything. Character sheet, this is what they look like. This is the 5e character sheets that they come with. And I think we should just use these because they're already lined up and stuff. It does a lot of stuff automatically for you. But let's say he's going to be, these are all the classes, and we'll get into that maybe later. So let's say he's going to be just a fighter, and he's level 1. See, this just changed because his proficiency bonus for fighters is strength and constitution, and it changed automatically for you, so that's nice. And class and level, fighter 1, background, doesn't matter. We'll say he's a murderer. His race, we can just put human for now. There are races. It doesn't have a drop box or anything, but it's whatever. Just call him good. Experience points, hasn't played yet, so obviously it's nothing. For the ability scores, we can do those however you guys want to. For strength, he has the 2. It'll do that automatically. Say like if I said he has 12. Why does it have 1 there? I'm not sure. Never mind. Oh, now it has 3. What's happening? I'm messing this up. We'll put it back to 10. See what happens there. Now it's the same. Okay. Because he has 13, he gets a strength bonus, I believe, because he's a fighter. That's why it's doing it automatically like that. And because this is his bonuses from his classes and stuff, and then this is the bonuses from his class. Sorry, this is from the ability scores. This is a 5e sheet, and I haven't really played 5e ever, so I've been reading into it and trying to figure out how to do it and stuff. But it has the compendium here. We'll get into that in a bit. But yeah, we'll just do this. You can just add whatever you want. We'll figure out a way to roll scores if you guys want to roll scores. Or we can just say, like, you have 30 points and you can distribute them however you wish, or something like that. We'll figure it out. And then we can say he's got an animal handling and history, or something like that. So that's how it works. Pretty basic. If he had spells, we'd put spells here. We just add a spell. And we can go to the compendium again and just drag a spell in. So we can do that a little later. Click on that to make it go away. It has 1 empty space. We can just delete it, then lock it back up. Bio info, again, nothing. Go to the core. Bios, same thing. We don't have anything right now. But we'd put like weapons and stuff over here, and attacks and spellcasting. This is like the money system, copper, silver. I think that's called electrium. That one's gold, platinum. But it'll just type it in there, and then it like calculates the weight for you and stuff. So that's neat. But yeah, I'll figure out the weapon thing pretty soon, I'm sure. Or we can just type it by ourselves, like item name, just put sword, and then just right there along with it, say it does 2d6 of damage, which it doesn't, I don't think, just like that. And then when you attack, we'll just do a 2d6. We'll just do it, I want to do it pretty simply, just because we haven't played 5th edition, and I don't know, I think it'd just be better if we do it pretty simply, so I think we're going to just do it like that. But I know the spells you can drag in. So we'll clear this. Right there, spells. Let's just do acid arrow. Oh. You have to see the level is 2. So we'll go to level 2 and add a slot. And then acid arrow. it turns yellow, that means it'll fit. That's why it wasn't, like, it didn't turn yellow on the weapon, so I'm not really quite sure how to do that, but that's fine. Acid arrow, boom, right there. Tells you everything about it. Yeah, that's about it. So just go back. There you go. You got it right there. Click on it, and it shows up in chat that he used acid arrow. That's the, like, what's it called? Accuracy, I guess? I don't know. Like, if it made it or not. And then that would be the damage. So acid arrow +2, 90 feet. Does +2 because of his stats and stuff, because he's a fighter or something like that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's 100% why, but yeah. So that's how it looks when you cast stuff. You just click on it right there. Does it again. Tells you how you got it, why you got it. And that's about it for spells, I think. You just choose whatever spells you want for your level and stuff. I'm trying to make the video pretty quick because I just want you guys to, like, really see how to do it and stuff. And then we can really get into it later, like not in a video. I just want to see you guys, show you guys that it's pretty easy. We can go over, I don't know what I'm doing. Classes, I said he was a fighter, so we'll just look at that. Hit dice, 1d10 per fighter level. So right now he's level 1, but hit points of first level is 10 plus your constitution modifier, which he doesn't have any stats right now. So he has 10, so his constitution modifier is 0, so he would just have 10 hit points. And hit points is, I haven't looked too much, oh, right here. 10. Easy as that. Temporary hit points don't really come up that often. They do in certain situations, but in this situation we're not going to really go into it right now. And we have all this stuff you guys can fill in personally if you want to. Features and traits, I think, is where we can just type in, like, whatever. Like, say this is Wolfie's fighter character, and let's say he wants him to have, like, a flaming sword or something. And then you can just put that right there, and then we'll talk about it, and we can say it does 1d4 bonus fire damage. So whenever he attacks when his flaming sword, it'll do 1d4 bonus fire damage, and we know his sword is 2d6. So we would just do /R 2d6. That's how much damage it would do. It would do 5. And then we would do /R 1d4. So do 5 slashing damage and then 2 fire damage. If that's, like, that's how I think we should do it, like, pretty simply like that. And yeah, that's generally about it. I think we should do it something like, do I have to save this? I'm not even sure. I think no. So we'll just close that out for now. We'll find a little dude. Fighter. And let's say we'll just do this guy right here. Oh, those are premium assets. My bad. Oh, fighter jets. That's cool. Alright, we'll just do this guy. Why not? This quick little dude. This is where we would put his health. Or, well, it just has 3 levels for stuff. You can put whatever ones in whatever place you want. But it's just for quick reference so people can click on him and, like, see his stuff. But, I don't know. Just like health and armor and, I don't know, his strength if we want. It doesn't really matter. As I said, I want to do it, like, pretty loosely, but we have the guy selected right there. We'll go to the journal. We'll go to Wolfie, and I have to edit. And then we'll use that as his token, and we can put, where is it? Can we sorry. Oh, right, I think it's on the little guy. So now this is the Wolfie character, and we'll just do, oh, I just did this. Oh, there it is. Alright, so show nameplate, Wolfie, And that's it. It says Wolfie right there on him now, so we know that's him. If you want, you can go to the little gear, give him like a tint, like red, and just so he's a little easier to see or whatever. And then I think we should just use this as kind of like a guide thing, like we were all over here, and then it's just like Wolfie's gonna go over here and attack the dragon. Like, I think we should use this just for kind of a base, and like I said, do it pretty loose. Not sure what that does. Oh, interesting. There's a little blue dot. All right, but yeah, that's about it. It's pretty simple the way I think we should do it, and then you have your character sheet, and the DM would write down somewhere or like in the notes, just like write down that the dragon has this much health. We could just, for the sake of simplicity, you could say his attack is like the spell Fireball. Like, just, I know it's in alphabetical order, I could just find it, but you can just Fireball, Fire B, Fireball, bam, donezo. And he has 150 feet range, all this stuff. You can make a character sheet for the dragon, so you can write this down there instead of on a thing. Don't just ignore that, and just say he does 8d6 of damage, which is a lot, but I don't know, it's a giant dragon. So we could just say that, yeah, like for the sake of simplicity. If you really want, depending on who's DMing, you can say he has Fireball, he has a slash equivalent to like a longsword. You could just give him like 2d6 for his slash. He has the Fireball, he has like a bite and stuff like that. You can give him whatever attacks you want, and then we'll put Wolfie back here like we're just wandering over there. And then there's this, the Fog of War is what it's called. So we can just do that. Yeah, turn on Fog of War. So it's all dark. I'm the only one that can see it. If it was the other way around, you guys would just see like weird darkness. And then if I wanted to reveal, say, this area, that's what you guys would see. And like this is just the trail we're on. And then like, doesn't matter, so we'll reveal all of that. And it's all this light part. So it's like, yeah, we're right there next to the river. And then say Wolfie moves over here. Normally you guys would do that. I wouldn't have to do both. And then it would just be like, there's a dragon there. And then we'd fight it. Like, that's simple, you know? So the way I think we should do it is pretty much just like that. Like, we'd have our little guys, we'd move them around, and the majority of it would just be us talking. And like, you know, like how you would do it on tabletop, except we have like a cool little diagram. And we can make a new page. I'm not going to name it, but you could say like, after we leave the forest, we went to a tavern or something. Oh, where am I? I'm in the wrong place. We went to a tavern. And then we'll just look for some sort of tavern-y thing, table. That's like, I'm just looking for a whole tavern kind of deal right now. Let's see, like that. That looks great. So you just put it over there, whatever. Explode it. Zoom out just a bit. If you really want, you can make it fit the whole white space. I'm not going to do that right now. And then we'll go ahead and, I'm not sure if I can just grab them, drop. Oh, I can. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, I'm such a fool. Alright, so we had to put that on the map layer, then bam, there's him right there. But he is, alright, he is on the token layer. I kind of want to get rid of the grid, it's pretty annoying to me. I'm sure it's useful, but whatever. Like, we'll just say, boom, he's right there. If he looks a little small, then we'll just make him a little bigger. He's set to the grid right now. But if we wanted to, just because we're not going to, like the macros and stuff are so you can click on him and you can like just use his abilities from there and it'll show up in the chat. But I don't think it's super necessary. We can definitely look into it later. But for now, I think just talking about it and having like it all on the character sheet is totally fine. So we can just, is drawing, and then you can move him however you want. You can tilt him however you want, doesn't have to be right on the thing. And then we can shrink him, not to the grid, so we can make them a bit appropriate to the tavern, and then that's it. Just that simple. Go right there. Let's say he's sitting right there with his sword right there on the table. And we can make like an NPC, put him right there if you want. And then we could say, and we're back to the forest. Or you'd have a different page for this next part of the forest. Or the same page minus the dragon. And stuff like that. Pretty simple. I think it should be something like that. Pretty not super elaborate. I've seen a few videos of people that like put a lot of work into it, and we can definitely do that. Just for now, I think this is fine. And I meant to be looking at the floor hole. Amazing. But I meant to be looking at the clock, so because I wanted to make this kind of a short video. But that's really just about it. It'd be something like Wolfie goes over here and attacks the dragon with his sword, and then the DM would be like, okay, and he like looks at his sword or his character sheet and sees that the sword does 2d6 damage, so /R 2d6, and then we'd say, alright, you did, wait, what? That's terrible. When it's red, that means you got the worst score possible, and if it's green, that means you got the best score possible. But you got a 3, so like we'd say like he dealt 3 damage to the dragon, and then we'd do whatever. Like, obviously, we would roll for initiative and stuff like that. Like, we would just roll 1d20 /R 1d20. You got a 13. Same thing for, like, a dragon. There's a way to, like, redo it, but it's whatever. Like, if it was me, Wolfie, Alfie, and the dragon, we could easily just do 4d20. And then put them in that order. Oh, why is there 5? Did I do 5 on accident? Yeah, I did. So we'd ignore the last one and we'd say, I don't know, I got 5, Luis got 15, Wolfie, Alfie got 2, and the dragon got 12. So that's the order we would go in, and easy as that. And we'd all do all our stuff on our turn, and I just think it should be like that. Like, pretty simple, pretty basic, easy peasies kind of deal. And that's about it. That's all I got for now. If you guys have any questions, anything I didn't mention that you want to know, just let me know or look it up. There's lots of videos for Roll20. There's lots of like blogs and forums and stuff like that. There's lots of information out there, you guys. But my question / assignment for you guys is going to be make an account on Roll20, I guess. And then go to a class, pick one, whichever one you want to be. Pick a few, up to you, it doesn't matter. And just read about it. Like, read what it has right here. It doesn't have everything. Like, for the monk, we'll scroll all the way to the bottom. They have, no it didn't. They have the monastic traditions. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But there's like 6 or so, but on here they only have 1 because it's giving an example. So for stuff like that, just look it up. Just like make a new tab or whatever. Ugh. Got weird hiccups. Just look it up, pick one, put it into your character sheet on here. Easy as that. You guys can make like a joke account or a campaign like this and screw around with it, make a character. Hey you guys, just really quick about the weapons. I was just going to show you guys really quick how I think we can do it. And I've also done this really quick. So right now he's level 10. If we do a level 20, it'll automatically change his proficiency bonus right here and all of these, which comes into play with the weapons. Also comes into play with regular rolls. But for now, we're not going to really go into it. But how I think we can do it is pretty simple. We can just, also, if you click on this little gear right here next to the other tabs, that's where I saw it. So right here, 2nd class, 3rd class, 4th class, that's when you can multi-class. If you guys want to do anything like that, like if you want to be a fighter mage or something like that, just ask me, like let me know. Or look it up, same thing. But regarding weapons, we'll do it right over here. This, I think it'd be better somewhere here because you can put more information here. And we just go to the compendium. I believe it was in rules. And where was it? Do the weapons. So I think pretty easily. Is there a table? Ah, okay. You could just choose a weapon, say the club, and then all this information, just put it in here. For most weapons, it's going to be the attack is strength. The +0 doesn't really, the proficient is if you're proficient in that weapon, most of the time you will be. That's why I gave the bonus to the acid arrow, because it has the proficient checked on, but I believe. But yeah, just fill out this kind of stuff. The damage is going to be 1d4, and then right here you'd put bludgeoning, and just like that. So in the case of this one that we have right now, I'll just fill it up how we had it. So the name is just sword, like how we have down there. Attack is strength +0. We say we are proficient in it. Range is self sounds fine. Magic bonus. I guess you could say fire is that, but we're not going to put that on right now. So we did 2d6 just because we were just not saying anything. And then right here it's still slashing. So we'll just fill that out. Slashing +0, or if you want, I'm not sure if that's exactly how it is. I think it might do it on its own. We'll see in a bit. But that +0 might be for proficiency, and we +6. But for now, let's keep going. On this one, we have the fire sword. So we'll do 1d4. Type, we'll just put fire. And this crit stuff we can do if you guys want. Like if you roll a good roll, like a flat 20, best roll you can do, we can add crit damage. But if you want, we can just double it instead of adding another roll. Saving throw, we'll just leave that alone for now. Save effect, leave it alone for now. Description, we can just put sword of fire. Why not? Who cares? And there's our other one right there. Has +6 because of his level. So he has a 6 proficiency bonus. And that's it for that guy. Just like that. Sword +6. 2d6 slashing. Then if we go back to chat, click on it, there's the attack. So I'm not sure where it does the fire part. Sword +6. If you click on here though, 9 slashing. I don't know, right? I'm not sure why it just does it again. Because when you do it with spells, yeah, see up here with acid arrow, if you click on it, it'll say cast at what level, because at different levels it does different stuff. See, so now at higher level cast it does acid damage, which I was hoping it would say fire damage somewhere, but just as slashing. So obviously there's still some things we need to figure out, but I think that's pretty good for now. Like that's a nice base of stuff of just like how we can do it. And so yeah, find a class, read about it, all that good stuff. And we'll talk soon. Bye.